Okay, good evening or afternoon, I guess it is. Not used to coming on this time of day. Good afternoon, everyone. We will let everybody get checked in here. We got a couple of minutes to go. We're going to get started right at 1 o'clock. As you can see, we're not going to be going through a bunch of slides. We're going to be getting right down to business and going in and building out these tools and showing you everything there is to see. Maybe some golden nuggets in there for those that have seen the trainings before, and for all the new folks that are here, welcome, welcome, welcome. When you check in, if you would, just throw something up in the chat box so that I know it's working. This is what I call a working training, so I want you discussing and talking to me about what we're doing while we're doing it here in the show. I'll go over this once again right when we get started. Feel free to ask questions. I've got my peripheral vision on and I've got my screens set up to where I can see both sides. Hey, Marie, how are you doing? We can see both sides of the screen at the same time. And but we're going to get right down to business and look forward to the training. Please, if you would, I know it's going to be tough to not ask questions about everything you want to ask, but keep it specifically to the topic we're on. We'll use Wednesday night to go through all the other questions. Hey, Donald, how you doing, buddy? Go through all the other questions that you may have. This is specifically for, we have several new people that have come into Instant App Wizard, and we're going to build specifically the mobile business card. We're going to build out a kiosk system. We're going to go into the marketing platform and look at some different things, how to set up the kiosk, and we're going to stay on point, very much on point. So if you ask a question that's not related to where we're at, I won't answer it today. Not that I won't answer it. I'm just we're very laser focused today. Hey, Eli, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you. We're very laser focused today on what we want to do and the training that we want to do. May have some of these Saturday trainings every now and then. As many of you know, been working on some Facebook stuff, and going to be waiting on my shopping cart to be the messages fixed so that I can receive the right sign up messages. And whenever that's done, and I run it for a couple of weeks, we'll be having a Saturday training on that where I'm actually selling mobile business cards. So, but we are going to be getting started here in just a minute. Looks like everybody's just about checking in. So we're going to go ahead and get started. As you can see, I'm right in the screen. For the folks that are new here, my name is Kerry Miller, and today we're all about showing you how to set up your control panel for a mobile business card and the kiosk. The reason we're going to go through the mobile business card is you have to create an app in order to get into the kiosk system. And in order to get into the kiosk system, you have to add texting for the kiosk. The kiosk doesn't work any other way unless it has texting with it. So you have to set up texting. We're going to set up a mobile business card. I'm going to set up the entire business card. I'm literally going to go through and I'm going to set the colors. As you'll be able to see, I will be able to go in and create the new web app and pick a template that is already colored and everything. But I want to show you so that you can get familiar with the tools that we have in the system. I'm going to build it from the template system, but I'm going to go in and do the colors myself and get that all set up. But I want to thank everybody for coming, especially on a Saturday afternoon. And we're going to get started. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is log into your control panel. And you can see it doesn't say create new kiosk or create loyalty rewards or anything else. It says create a new app. And the reason it says create a new app is the first thing you have to do is create the app, because everything is tied in together with the app system, the marketing platform, and the kiosk program. So what we did is we tied everything together so everything will work together. You're not out selling separate systems, separate marketing platforms. Everything is tied together, and it works extremely well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we're going to create the new web app. And let me say while I'm doing this, if you have any questions, please ask. because I'm going to just roll right along here, and I can see out of both sides of my head today. My peripheral vision is pretty good. So, but we're going to come over here to 2.0 app, and we're going to go into what we call the theme wizard. Okay, we're going to create this app from a template. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to create from a template. I'm going to use the logo from a logo that I created yesterday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and these two templates are the two templates that I use the most, but you can see here that you can select these other templates are already used. I can select this template here. This is for an accountant, I believe. So, but you can come in templates that's already been color matched. All of these were done by us here at the studio. And so you can go in and I don't want that one. I'm going to take the generic. Yeah, that was a financial planner. I'm going to take the generic. It's going to come up. It's basically the same template, except I'm going to bring in one that is has the graystone color palette. So because I'm going to come in and manually change myself. So once again, the first thing you want to do is you want to go to with the template, select the template you want to use, and whatever you select comes up right here on the right hand side. We're going to go to generic. We're going to swing down here and we're going to give it a title. And I'm actually going to use the logos that I built an app with yesterday. It was kind of strange. I built this logo. It's actually the picture of the side of the customer's building. And it was the most intriguing thing I've probably ever seen, and probably the funnest logo that I've ever built. Now, if you'll see here, right here, I took the web app title, and you can title these separately. I normally title these the same as the web app title because it's their business name, to give it just a little bit of SEO juice, give it a little long tail with the name there. But I came in and I took out the spaces. You cannot have spaces in between here. You have to make sure you take out the spaces, okay? And you also cannot have capital letters. So this has to be all lowercase with no spaces. And that's what you saw me do there. Now I'm going to upload an image. I'm going to come over and I'm going to pull up that image that I built yesterday. Let me come over here to Hernandez Tire Shop. And it just simply goes into your computer and allows you to pull up the image. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to select, let me make sure I select the right one. This is the logo right here. And you can see I'm uploading the logo, and it's not doing our app, or what we call the mobile business card. This is literally the side of his shop. Just went in and took out a car, some dirt around, and took out some poles and things. And then what I did was I just cut out the tire in the center as icon. And if you'll notice here, since the background, I'll show you in a minute where I actually took a copy of the big brick background and made the background for the app. So I've uploaded my header image and I've uploaded my icon image. That's already done. You don't have to go in and change it on the inside or need to. I'll show you do that. So let's come on in here and we're going to type in Hernandez Tire Shop. I'm just going to put general numbers in here. Now, as you're filling this out, this theme wizard out, it's automatically placing this information in the back of the control panel, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. The theme wizard is absolutely amazing. It is probably the best thing I think we've ever done. It takes making an app in 10 or 15 minutes down to about 5 minutes. I cut and paste everything. Right now I'm typing it in, but when I get my information in, it is emailed to me, and some of these people may not have this information. Like this guy didn't have a website, he didn't have a business card, he didn't have anything. Okay. And then once you have this information filled in, all you're going to do is check the address. Yep. It will take just a minute because of the server, and I am using a lot of bandwidth, obviously. We're going to roll on. What will happen is you'll see the map pop in right here. This YouTube bandwidth. Put their Facebook page in here. And Twitter page. Now you can add other access to other social media links. I can go ahead and hit save. And we've saved the app, and we've created the app. Now the next thing you want to do, now you can go out and sell the card. Have literally built thousands of these, okay? Just sell the business cards. This guy was just a business card buyer. Or you can attach the loyalty rewards kiosk to it. To attach the loyalty rewards kiosk, and I have texting to every business because they need that, okay? But we're going to add text service. So to add text service, what you need to do, and you cannot, let me go ahead and show you real quick. You cannot access, and you can see here, there's no text service added. You cannot access the kiosk reward platform without texting, because there's no reason to access it if you don't have texting. But you can see here that I did build out this app everything that I put in the front is already in these buttons right here. And it's all built out. It's got my social media links. Now we're going to come in. And I'm going to go ahead and add texting, because we're going to add the kiosk to this. Simply go add. And please, if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask. I'm going to add 1,000 text messages. Now, just so everybody knows, on the 500 and the 1,000, your first month is set up for $7.50. And we set it up on the 500 for $7.50. And then after we came out with the kiosk program, we set it up for $7.50. I highly recommend you start burning through text pretty quick when you're doing signups at a business. Go ahead. It's the same price. That way you don't have to call in and upgrade it and change it later. Go ahead and set it at 1,000 text messages. Place your order. And now you're going to come in and you're going to set up your keyword. Hernandez Tire is going to be my keyword. Okay? And we're going to search the keyword. And that keyword has been reserved for this specific short code. And now we're going to put in a business name. And this will be sent out when a message goes out. It's shown in all the text messages. This is required by the FTC regulations. Everything that we do in our space is in compliance with FTC regulations. I want you to know that now. Sometimes we have people say, I'd like to take out all this extra stuff where they have to log in or where they have to opt in and all that. That is all based on the new FTC regulations that came out about 18 months ago. And the day that was a law, we went compliant. So simply hit save. And now you can see that you have text messaging set up. Your app has its icon here. Now let me just here. This is where you edit content. Edit client access is where you can go in and you can give your client messaging center access. Just simply give him center, and or you can give him actual features. Let me say, just from experience, I do not recommend this. Access to the marketing platform. If they've got someone that you can teach to do that, that works out good. Otherwise, put that into your pricing, and that way you send out their marketing messages. I will show you in the kiosk where they can literally go in and send out their own text messages by simply putting in a code. You can email them the access, or no, you just put in their email address, their username and password. If you wanted to go in and give them access, all you do is click on the feature. I just want to go over that real. Text web app. This is so that when you're setting at your office and you just finished up this web app, you can go right here and text the web app to your client. Just put their phone number in there, and it will text them directly to your client or your sales rep, whoever's out in the field. Texting details. This shows you what the app is, the number, and everything right here. You can remove the texting from here. If you lose your client or they go out of business or something happens, you can remove texting from there. It shows you right here what your keyword is, Hernandez Tire. You can also have multiple keywords. You can add keywords by simply clicking on Add Keyword. And that's all under texting these details. Website redirect code. This is the code that says right here, include the below JavaScript in your client's website HTML code, and mobile visitors visiting the website will be redirected to this mobile web app. Please include the below JavaScript code in the head part of the HTML code. Redirect all phone visitors and tablet visitors. If you want to redirect someone that's on a tablet to the app, you can do that, and or you can just simply redirect only phone visitors. Now, understand that you have to have direct access to their website, and or you send this to their webmaster. You will find this as you get out into the business world. A lot of people have bought websites over the years. The website company is no longer in business. They don't know how to access anything. So you do one of two things. You sell them a new website and build it, or team up with someone that builds websites, and then you just give them the access code. Or you use the access code and put it in yourself. This is the CNAME. If you have this step by step on how to set up the CNAME, we've got a video especially for this. But I just want to share something with you right here real quick. Right here, this is the domain name that you're setting up. For example, if it was appwizardstudio.com that I'm forwarding, this would be appwizardstudio.com. This is not the domain name from the app. This is the physical domain name that you purchased through GoDaddy. And it's very simple to set up. And each app will have its own name. Give to another sales rep. If you have sales reps set up, you can literally log in here and you will have your sales reps right here. Okay. And you can give them the app. Now, once you give to a sales rep, you also still have control of it. You never lose control of it. You can duplicate the app. I can take this app and I can duplicate it and create the exact same app. Disabled desktop view. Let me show you real quick. I hope come up. This is the desktop view. Some people use this, some people don't. If you don't want this view to come up when this is on a computer, all you do is disable desktop view. And when you go to the URL now, it actually brings up the app. Okay? Oops. I knew I was going to do that. Give me 1 second here. Let me bring that control panel back up. You can hear my dog. Someone's outside. You're back here. You can enable the desktop view. You can suspend the app. If you suspend the app, yes, suspend the app. When the app is suspended, it says suspended right here. And you can see when the app comes up, it says account on hold. The reason that this is a great tool, if someone owes you money and they're using the app, simply just let them know. They say, hey, we just want you to know that your account has been put on hold. And the first thing they always do is they go in and see if their app is working. And this is what they get right here. Not only is this what they get, this is what their clients get. And you will find that you will usually get your money pretty quick. This is a great little tool for bill collecting. So we're going to unsuspend, and it's going to go right back into normal mode. And the app is back online. And you can delete the app. This will prompt to delete the app. Yes, delete. No, I hit that by mistake. No, cancel. Any questions on the front side of the control panel? You can also... This guy pays on time. Give him a great offer. Next time I see him, hit save. Hide note. So you can put notes on your apps. Okay, that way it prompts you. Now we're going to go into edit content. Any questions on this front page at all, real quick, while we're here? Please, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I'll be more than happy to show you and or go back over anything that I may have missed. This is pretty simple right here in building the app. I highly recommend, and I tell everyone, please click on every single button. You will not break anything. You will not tear it up. Go in and click on all the buttons, create apps, delete apps. Literally go in and touch everything in the control panel. You can also, right here, you can show the app previews. I don't use this. Very rarely I do. I mean, every now and then I'll pull it up, but it takes a little bit of time to load because it has to physically load every single app. And in one of the accounts I do has over 800 apps. So I don't want to sit there and load 50 app faces. You can change this to apps on the home page. Okay. And we're going to come over here and we're going to go into now. We're actually going to go in and we're going to color up the app. Okay, we're in the app right now. We're inside here. Now, the next thing to do is we want to go ahead and we want to come in and we want to color match this app. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of things as I'm going through here just to show you where everything is and where everything loaded. The first thing I want to do, I want to remind you that in the theme wizard, you're able to go in and put everything in quickly. Links to web pages and phone numbers. This automatically here. It automatically created your V card. And you can come back and add things to this if you would like. It automatically added your social, and you can see why this saves a lot of time. Your social links. Now, if you want to come in and add an Instagram or something like that, you can just simply put it in and hit save. Hit reload. And you can see I put the Instagram on my app. Some people do have Instagram. If not, I recommend sending it to them. This is our join our list. We're going to be going through that in a moment. We can set a description at the top of the page. We can put a video up there if we want. We can do anything with this. This is a WYSIWYG box. Allow people to subscribe to your text list. Yes, obviously. Allow people to subscribe to your email list. Yes, obviously. Send new email subscribers a custom message. You put that in there. We're going to go through all of this in a moment. And, of course, the ability to turn on your birth. And this is all in the Join Our List section. And there's another spot you will need to been moved from there. Email us form. Right here is the email that we put in on the front page. The forms that are on the app, this is where they go, your email us form. Address in Google Maps. This is something else that we created earlier. You can see that's all put on. And that was all automatically loaded right from the theme wizard. And that's in the content. If you need to go in and change that or add something, one thing we find a lot, people would like to add a cell phone number. So if you wanted to add a cell phone number, simply go here and say cell. You can change the icon. Simply type in smartphone, and a whole bunch of them will come up. I use smartphone. Now, I want to show you something on this particular thing. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to come over to preview. I'm going to reload this. Now, this is just my preference. You can kind of do like. You can see that it created a button down here on the bottom. I'm going to get rid of that button, and I want to put this up here on my tab bar so that I can keep everything consistent. Content. I'm going to come over to the home page. This video will be available for review, so you can always go back. I'm going to come down to links. The last button of how you added them, this is the last button I added. I'm going to click on sell, and you can see that that is no longer there. That looks just like the app that I built. And now I'm going to come back over to my setting. This is where your home screen icon is. We loaded that earlier, if you remember. If you want to put a Facebook share, you can. You don't have to. Make sure it's 1200 by 630 pixels. If you do that, maybe their logo or something like that. Let's go here to the header section. Remember, we went ahead and we uploaded the buttons, and I'm going to show you how you can go in. This is where your logo is. Of course, that was done in the theme wizard. You can add multiple logos here. Let me just show you how to do that real quick. Oops, I don't want to do that. I want to add a new image. Let me go upload. And I'm actually going to show you the actual image that I originally used. I'll put them both in there. Original image, you can see the car and the tree and all that stuff in there. It's going to take it just a moment. It's 3 megs. There used to be a limit on the size of these. Mark took that out. But of course, the bigger the image, the longer it takes to load. That's obvious. And another thing, you want to make sure your images are the same size when you load these. You cannot use images with transparent backgrounds on the when you use multiple logos. So if it's a JPEG, that's fine. This is a PNG file. That's one reason. That's this is the original JPEG file. That's why it's so big. But you can use PNG or JPEG, either one. But they need to be both the same size. So, for instance, this one's about 500 by 277, I think. And there's the image. We'll put that up there. And we're going to come in. Now you can see right here that that's the first image. Let's try to change over here. Let me go ahead and put the settings on. Come right there. There it is right there. You can see the car. You can make this do whatever you want. You can set it to whatever transition, doors, fade. This is one of my favorites right here, motion boxes. And you can set the timing on it, 3 seconds. Set it for 3 seconds. And now you've got an animated logo. Now you can see the boxes come in. You can see the tree here, the pipes and all that. And you can see where I took it out on the other one. So you've got animated images, animated logos. Title bar turned on. This is the tab bar, okay? So remember I added the cell number. On the tab bar here, I'm going to add a new link. I'm going to add the cell. Click add. And I'm going to move it over here by the phone number. Anywhere you see one of these arrows right here, you can simply move that up. And I will put the cell phone number next to the call us button. Now you see where it says tab bar settings. I want them on all the pages. I can either use a text and an icon, text only, or icon only. What I like to do is use text and icon. And I like to put them at the top, but you can go left, right, or whatever. When you put it at the top, if your words are shortened, as you can see here, call us, sell, email us, and share, that's going to show fully on the phone. A lot of our resellers, they like to use none. Okay, just the icon, which is fine too. Everybody recognizes that's a phone, that's a cell phone, that's a email us, and that's a Facebook share. These icons are universal, so people are used to seeing them. Box. There's no back on the footer. The footer is set up on, and you'll see here that's a tab bar. The footer is set up on all pages. You can set it up on only home page, only sub pages, or none. We'll set this one to only sub pages, which means it won't be on the home page. And we're going to come down. The save to home screen triangle is always on. On this particular one, you can turn that off, and I'll show you that here in just a second. This is where you go. I'll show you what the triangle is. This is the triangle right here. The way this works is whatever phone they're on, that technology recognizes the phone that they're on. And that phone that they're on, when they touch on that, it tells them what buttons to touch on their phone. Okay, for example, on a iPhone 7, I touch on that and it tells, now when it was on my Android phone, it told me how to do it a totally different way. So this is intuitive by what the phone is. Now let's come down here into settings, and I'm going to show you just how simple it is. And once again, do not be afraid. to go in here and play with this app. Literally, when I first started with App Wizard 4 years ago, I sat behind the platform and all I did was create apps and do different things with them. That's how I learned. That is the best way to learn, is to go in, build 50 of them, build 20 of whatever you want to build, and do nothing but change it, change it, change it, change it, change it, and you'll be able to now you can see here that I've got my app here. Into advanced, okay? Because I'm going to do all this manually. I'm going to start up here at the header. I'm going to make the background color of my tab bar. This background here is what's actually behind this. Maybe you've got a logo that's ping, that's a single logo. Okay, thanks, Marie. You'll get it since you're signed in. You can change the background color, and that's the background color that's behind the logo. Okay, we're in the tab bar. This is the tab bar here, and we're going to change the colors. Now, I called Colorzilla. It works with Google Chrome, and it also works in Firefox. I'm simply going to click on the Colorzilla button up here at the top. And you can see here, this is new. This just came with the latest upgrade. It allows you to set the size of the picker, 3x3, 5x5, 11 by. We all know that sometimes just a single color dropper will only pick up 1 pixel. This way you can pick up a 3x3 pixel, a 5x5 pixel, or simply a point sample. I like using a 3x3 because I get a better color match. And I'll come up here and I will simply, as soon as this finishes moving around, I will get a good color match of this logo, because this is the color I'm going to make my buttons. So I'm going to come here. My background color is going to be blue. And what I did was, all I did was color pick that and cut and paste that inside this background color. Now you can choose the colors from here, and or there's these 3 little adjuster lines up here on the top. You click on that, and it takes you over to where you can actually paste the numbers in. Hex code right here, and dropped it in. The border color, I'm going to make it the yellow. If you have any questions, please stop and ask. I'm going to paste that in. And I'm going to make the icon color white. And I will make the selected background color black. I've got all the color palette of my entire logo here. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something really makes it really easy to do. When you go to footer, I like to color match everything. Very seldom does anything ever change. I color match all of their brands and other logos. That's just me personally. I can come up here, colors, say yes, copy. And now, when my footer comes up, is my header. Okay? The next thing I want to do, I've set my header and my footer. I'm going to set my content body. It has to do with any content inside the app. So you can see here on the home page, this isn't going to affect anything here. So what I do is I just simply click on Contact Us. And I'm able to see exactly what I'm going to change here. Maybe I want to put a border size on this. Okay, and I'm going to set the radius on it. And let me move my text over just a little bit. So I'm going to hit the content padding. And I want to make the border color, let's do this yellow color. And I want to make the background, because I want to continue to color match, I'm going to make the background blue. Now you can see it didn't really turn blue. That's because the transparency is set on this. You can set the transparency completely off, and or I'm going to bring it all the way up blue. Now if you'll notice here, now I can't see my text. So I'm going to come in and change the text color. Okay. Now when you do this, you're going to say, oh no, my links are blue. That's okay. Your links will be white in the app. Okay? And this is under content body. One of the biggest questions I get asked is, how do I change the content body? All right? So we're going to go back to home. Now we're going to be right here on main links. But before I do that, I want to do something else. What I did was I made me a small tile out back here. And you can use tiles. You can use the tiles that are available in the or you know. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to set a custom tile. So I'm going to set a background image. And when you come into background image, you can either set a full image backgrounds or 1200 by 1600. That fits very well. Sometimes you may have to adjust where the image is that you want to see inside your image. So you have to do a few things, but you can put a full background image in here. I do it all the time, but this happens to be a tiled background image. So for full images, you click on full image and you just click on an image and or upload your image. If you ever need to upload an image that you've created yourself, just go into the background images and our tiled background images and upload. I created my own image. I could have used one of these many in here, but I created my own image. So I'm going to upload an image. And I'm going to pull my tile over. And this tile happened to be, I think, about 35 by 35. I made it tight because it's a brick. And I'm going to upload my image, and you can see the brick pattern. I don't know if you can on here or not, but you can see the brick pattern inside the image there. And so why? Because I wanted to color match the blues and thing right here in my screen so that my entire app is color matched. Now I'm going to come up and I'm going to go to main links. These are your main links right here. Go to main links. Settings. The first thing I want to do is set the settings. The settings control right here. Okay. It also controls the width. I keep that at 100. Spacing width, I keep about the same. Sometimes I may change them just a little bit, but I keep that at 30. In the template, it's set at 30. I can change the height. Maybe I want to tighten it up a little bit. So I can bring all of my icons right here. Just depends on your preference. The bottom size is set at 7. You can make it big or small, or oh, sorry. You make it big or small, whatever you want. Okay. The bottom and left radius is already set. You can do the whole thing. You can do whatever you want right here. And I'm going to leave this color. I can set this color whatever I want, but for this particular app, I want to set this color black because of the tire matching. Now I'm going to come over to my icon box. I'm not going to change anything here. I'm going to come over to my icon text box. This is the icon box right here. And I'm going to change the background. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to say, okay, I want this. And I changed the background color. Now let's say I wanted to add another color. Let's say I wanted to go black and blue. I can alternate these, or I can add another color. And I can go every third one. And I've done that. If somebody's got a lot of colors in their logo, I will alternate them. Now you can see here where it says border style inset. I'm going to show you what that does. Let me change the border. The border is this black part on the outside. I get this a lot. Let me make it the gold. And you can see it's a little bit darker up here and it's a little bit lighter down here. This is where you change that. I can change that to dots. I can change it to dashes. I like the inset. And I use the same thing on this box here. Sometimes I'll do an inset, or some different things, but this is usually the way I go. My apps are very noticeable. If you see one of my apps, you'll know it's my app. Okay, the icon color, I'm going to remove this, just alternate. I'm going to add a color, and I'm going to make them white. So everything's consistent. This border right here, you can actually put a border around this on the inside. Let me come in here. I'll go ahead and do that and let you see how it goes. And let me go ahead and set the radius at a full radius. And let me move the padding out just a little bit. And I'll make this a dot. And let me change the color. And let me make it this color here. So it gives it a little bit different effect. So you can really customize this any way you want. Now we're going to come over to the text content box. I'm going to remove the background color here because I want everything consistent. I'm big on I'm going to bring this size down just a little bit, this border size. You can see here, this is the border size. If I want to make this square on one side, or I can do anything I want with it, remove it, set it. And the radius, I can change the radius. I can make it the whole thing square. Don't be afraid to come in and play with this. Please, please, please. I really recommend you do that. So let me change this. Now this is an outset, and I'm going to show you what I mean by I keep this consistent. Now this is an outset, so the darker color is going to be on the bottom. But it's the same thing, and it gives it a 3D look. This is your outset. I could do the same thing. I could make it dotted. I could do anything I wanted to with it. But I like using this as an inset, and this is what is set in the template, okay? It kind of gives it that 3D effect with a little bit of gradient in it. I will change my text to white. There's only a couple of things left for me to do. I'm going to change my home screen triangle. I can change the color of that. That's where you change the icon color, which is this right here. And my social media. And now I don't use text on my social media. I turn that off. You can turn it on, but it's kind of redundant to me. So I turn it off. Now I'm going to make these social media icons just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to change the size. I'm going to change the icon size. And I'm going to bring them in just a little bit. Okay? I'm going to change the border width just a little bit. It's just because I want them seen. And adding this third icon is what created that overlap. So we can do the same thing here. I'm going to come in and my border color, I want gold. And I'm going to do inset. And my icon color, I'm going to make white. And my background color, I'm going to make blue. And now everything matches. Now, if I wanted to, I could use social colors. But there again, I like doing everything. I like color coordinating everything. I believe branding is the most important thing a company has. So I brand everything. Now you can see down here at the bottom where it says developed by App Wizard Studio. If you have the branded version, that developer text is right here. You can change the color of that text.